Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Behind the Scenes at Solent Turf, where we're documenting our David versus Goliath battle as we try to launch a builders merchants alongside our 50-year-old family turf farm, competing against huge private equity money and some of the oldest companies around. As always, smash that like button and hit subscribe to continue watching our journey and see if these two underdogs can cause an upset. I'm Jack, and this is Building a Family Business, episode 31. Cue the music. Good morning. We are starting this week where we left off from last week. Got this job to go and finish that we prepped. We had a little bit of an issue this morning with a puncher on the lorry. I'm just getting 2 bags of soil put on me now, so I'm going to go ahead with the soil and meet the lads over there and just finish off the last little bits, getting it prepped. And then hopefully George will be shortly after with the turf. We'll start getting some turf down. Meanwhile, my dad has got a full day out delivering in his lorry. We've got Tim is back in tomorrow to carry on with the mowing, so he'll get the mowing done this week. So that is what we're up to on Monday. We've just topped up the harvester with some hydraulic oil after we have to change the pipe last week and we lost a little bit. But due to my dad's lack of eyesight, he can't read the gauge properly. I couldn't see the oil level on the gauge. We've now ended up overfilling the hydraulic tank, filled it to the brim full of oil. So we've now had to take the lid off, and he's using an old Coke bottle to try and remove some of the oil to get it back down to the required level. And we are then going to take this harvester, get it folded up, and we are moving fields today. We're going to pull out of this field for a moment. It's just got way too hard and dry here. So we're going to move around to another field that we've got about 20 minutes away, which I don't know why, different soil type I guess, but it's held a lot more moisture. It's a bit greener around there. Yeah, so we're going to move around there, start harvesting out of there. George will be back in a minute. He's been out on deliveries all morning. A bit of a quiet day on the turf today. He's not got any turf going out this afternoon, so he's going to come back in and just help us and get loaded and cut ready for tomorrow morning. Depending on how this week's vlog gets edited, you've probably already seen the finished job of the turf laying project that we were on yesterday. Got a little bit of a break on them now for the rest of the week, and then me and George will be back out on another one Saturday. Have you done it yet?
How much is in there before you started?
About half of that.
Hey?
So, about half of that drum, so you're nearly there. Don't do it again, will you?
No.
know, Jack claims that he's the best reverser at Solent Turf, so take a walk with me, let's go and have a look. reversed into a forklift that apparently moved and it wasn't there when he got there.
The reversing was still good. The reversing element was perfect. It was just the collision element.
Doesn't look good.
That's the profit out of today gone, and tomorrow, and all week. You
Old man's not happy with you, is he?
Parked in the gateway, about to head off. And guess what? The rain is back, finally. God, did we need this? Everything is already looking so much better for it. Grass is really greening up. You can even see on the verges where they'd all gone brown and dying off, everything's coming back to life. Yeah, it means I didn't really get much done today. There wasn't a lot to do out on the farm. I got a full load cut for my dad, but with the rain, and I say rain, it's more like heavy drizzle, but it's still a good amount. There wasn't too much mowing or anything that we could get on and do. I did go and flour the verges down just where we exit the field so that we got some nice clear visibility to get in and out. Now, if I edit this seamlessly, you probably never would have realised, other than maybe my beard's looking a bit more scraggly. But this is now being filmed a week later. So the start of this week's episode was filmed last week. And from now onwards, we're into the following week. Mainly because I wasn't really feeling well last week, so I decided to just not film anything, and I thought I'd pick it up this week, and then we are crammed 2 weeks into one. We're about 3 weeks in advance with filming of these, so we let last week's go out, so we've now dropped down to 2 weeks ahead of time. We have been discussing doing that anyway, so it kind of just found nicely, gave me a bit of a break. But yeah, that is pretty much it for today. I'm heading back to the office now. I'm going to book in a few orders that have come through, and then we've got a marketing meeting at 7 o'clock tonight. Late again, but have you got a golf tip of the week this week?
My golf tip of the week is to aim where you want the ball to finish, not where you want the ball to start. That's been my light bulb moment this week, hasn't it?
It has. There you go, George's golf tip of the week. Probably can't hear any of that over the forklift, but yeah. How did you get on with that method this week?
Yeah, really good. We went and played a nice golf course, and me and Mitch clutched up on the last couple of holes to win. So
Well,
big game's actually on Saturday though. That's the real one. It was only a practice round last week, so see you next week.
Up the boys, up the
Come on,
V-plane.
Michelle.
Back in the turf field again this morning. Just finished cutting a load of turf. Got the Trimax I've just hitched on. Just folding them up now, ready to take them round to the fields the other side to do some mowing around there. I'm going to mow the new seeds where we reseeded. It's come up, always comes up pretty sort of stalky and weedy when we drill it in the spring. So I'm going to take these round. They're more of a topper just to get it topped down before we move on to cutting them with the Kismek cylinder mowers. I've just got one collection here that I'm waiting for a truck to come in to load them up, and then that will be collections finished this morning. Both lorries are out delivering. Tim is here mowing with the other John Deere and Kismeks, so he's going to get all of this mowed here. Yeah, then once this truck's come in, I'm going to head off around the other side, get all that mowing done today, and then I need to get back here. I need to jump in the truck for a Zoom meeting at 2:30 to talk about more upgrades to the website and moving into e-commerce, which is exciting. Going to try to do some online selling, but yeah, that is the plan today. So we're now round at Snakefield with the Trimax just knocking down this new seed. You can see how sort of stalky and weedy that it's grown on. I think, like I mentioned before, that's always the struggle that we find when we drill in the spring, that it does tend to go like this. So the next course of action with this one will be we get it mowed down now, let it grow on a little bit more, and then we'll be out here with a selective weed treatment just to clear out all of the weeds that have germinated and that are growing in it. And get a fertiliser on it as well. It does need some thickening up. I'm quite surprised now I've mowed it down how sparse this new seed still is. But at least it's only the middle section in the field. So we've got the top section, the bottom section that we can start harvesting. And then we'll cut the middle section last, just so it's got an extra bit of time to grow on and get the sward nice and denser. I've probably got another half hour out here to do. And then we're going to go to the one over that side of that hedgerow that you can just see coming into shot, get that one mowed, and then back around the other side to jump on this call at 2:30 today. Has been a little bit of a quieter week this week as well. Things have definitely calmed down now, so you know that I don't just always say that we're busy for the sake of it. This week has been a bit quieter. I say quieter, more like back to normal, because it has been hectic up until this point. I think it's half term this week, which we always do see a bit of a drop off for. In a way, it's kind of quite nice to catch up with a few things. I've managed to get the field sorted out, moved all the pallets around, sorted out all the broken pallets, just all them little bits that start stacking up when you're really busy and not getting time to do. What else going to update you guys on? The lorry driving position has completely fallen by the wayside. We've had no luck recruiting anybody. Everybody's just sort of forgotten about it, which is not good. Like I say, we have been really busy. It's just been put to one side and we've not followed up on it. So I need to figure out what we're going to do with that. We'll probably re-look at that this week, whether we're going to pick that up and go back to the market. We were talking about potentially changing the job offer that we were putting out and advertising for a slightly different role. So there's that to sort out. We've got big stock issues at the moment on the landscape and supply yard. I had a bit of a cock up this morning, trying to smooth it over the customer, which I'm sure we will. But yeah, that's not ideal. It's Saturday morning. We're out on another landscaping job today. Got about 10 tonne of soil to put in. I've already been down, dropped one load off. I've just come back to the yard. Going to get loaded with another trailer load and then get that down there. My dad's in the yard here as well. We've managed to get we had an old plant trailer which kind of got parked to one side in the hedge. So we decided to refurb that. We've pulled it out of the hedge, got the brakes working on it, put a new floor in it, and we've got the guy coming in a minute to rewire the electric lights to get the lights working. And then our thinking is we've got cage sides on that, so we're wondering if we can use it to deliver fencing materials. For smaller orders, I think it will be a lot easier. But yeah, going to get the second load of soil loaded now and back down to the job. And that is another job finished. We're absolutely smashing the jobs out this year with some big things in the pipeline going forward as well, so look out for those. And that is also brings the end to another episode, guys. So as always, I hope you guys have had a fantastic week. I hope you've enjoyed Building a Family Business episode 31. I'll see you on the next one.